Alright, let's check out QuantStamp. So from what I can see, QuantStamp has pretty much been going sideways and down for the past, well, this was June 2018. So uh, I think this chart reminds me of two different things. It reminds me of XRP and it reminds me of Jasmy. It reminds me of Jasmy because of this massive fall from grace. We basically just went down in a straight line and never recovered. And it reminds me of XRP because, we had this big blow off top, and then, the next bull cycle comes, we came up to here, and, this was a lower high. Everyone seems like they've kind of moved on to new altcoins, and that is pretty much what happens with altcoins. I'll show you what I mean. If we come over to XRP, zoom back, you can see this bull run, we had a big spike up to here, but we're losing momentum, we're losing interest in this coin. I really don't see too many people cover it, so I'll see if this video gets any traction, if anyone cares, and then potentially I will go from there. What I can see every time the volume, or let's start off with the RSI. So the RSI has definitely topped at a disgusting level. Money flow indicator has topped at a disgusting level. And what I noticed when I was drawing a few fibs on this chart, if you draw QuantStamp normally loves to blast back down to the 786 after having a big move, before it does have a bounce and then fall off the table. I did it a few times, but you can see this one came just below the 786 before it had a big boom back up to the 0.5. In this scenario, we perfectly backtested the 618 before we came up to the 382. So, based on previous moves that I've seen that we've had, I would say that, well, we've already backtested the 718. So this could either be the micro bottom and we could be getting ready for a move to the 0.5, or the 382. So I would be keeping an eye on these two levels here, which are 6 cent and 7 cent respectively. In my opinion, looking at the mid, so in the very short term, I do think we're going to have a dead cat bounce up. I do bear in mind it is kind of shaky and a bit worrying while we are below the 200-day moving average though. So normally when we do break below the 200-day moving average, we fall like a rock very quickly. There have been a few times where we come below and we kind of just chop for a very long time, but as a general rule of thumb, when we do lose the 200-day, so there's only been a few times where we've lost it. We trended around here, and then we fell off the table here. We fell off the table here. We just kind of went sideways on it here, fell off the table here, went sideways and then fell off the table. So currently we're going sideways. We lost it and we're kind of just chopping around. So in the very short term, I would need to see a move back above the 200-day moving average. If we did have that, I would be predicting, or I would probably be happy to do a long position up to at least the 0.5 here at 6 cent. That would be from the breakout level. That would be a 24% move on a 10x leverage. That would be a 2.4x. I wouldn't personally, like, my risk tolerance for these altcoins is quite low. So you could also see a potential 4x trade if you are doing a 10x leverage, which I don't recommend anyone follows me into. None of my videos are financial advice. It's just personally what I'm doing in the market. But yeah, I mean, your last line in the sand is this 786. The second that we kind of break below, 3.9, 4 cent, I think we would be coming all the way down to make new lows. And I'd probably say we'd be coming back to the bottom of this trend line. And like I said, we've been trending in this for like 3 years now. If I come over to the monthly and find out how many months it is, so we've been in this since, I'll move it a tiny bit back because it's half a candle under on this side and half a candle under here. So 46 bars. So literally, what, 46 divided by 12? It's been a long day, excuse my maths. But yeah, almost 4 years now. We've been trending sideways for 4 years. Much like XRP, like I said, we broke down, we made this high. It was a lower high, and I think people are going to be getting bored of this at some point. I imagine there are some die-hard fans that will be holding this even if it does keep on dropping and falling off the table. But yeah, like I said, I don't hold this, so I am able to give you my unbiased opinion. I think your last line in the sand that you'd want to hold is 3.9. The second that we lose 3.9, we'd be coming all the way down to basically just under 1 cent. So The breakdown level of the 786 is a 75% drop, which is very, very nasty. And do bear in mind that's not like an out-of-pocket thing to predict, because if we do take a price measurement tool from the top to where we are now, I mean, it's almost down 95%. Let's see if we're on the right line here, but yeah, I mean, we're literally down like 90, 94 and a half, basically 95%. And we came down a lot further than that, probably down close to 99%. So in my opinion, whatever we're seeing now is a dead cat bounce. For me to be wrong, I would need to see, at least in the short term, a break above 10 cent, and then we could talk about coming up to this previous box over here. I think if we did shatter this orange box at the top, we would see so much bullish momentum come in, a lot of price action to the upside, but in my opinion that's not going to happen. Like I said, I will give you my unbiased opinion, so if we do break above here, it will be extremely bullish, but we do need to break above there first. If we don't even get close to breaking above there, then there's nothing to celebrate. Like I outlined in a lot of previous scenarios, we have these massive pumps, we backtest the 786, and then we go off to the races. In this case it was the 618, but in most cases from what I've analyzed, we either come back to the 786 or the 618. We've lost the 618, like I said, so your last line in the sand is right here, 3.9. We need to hold that, we need to bounce on it, and then we can start talking about higher levels. If we lose 3.9, we're basically going to fall off the table and probably come down close to zero. So that's all I see for QuantStamp. If you are holding this, best of luck. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.